What's going on, Familia? It's your boy Slayer Extreme TV. We're back again with another ARC dev kit tutorial video, and today I'm going to be going over a little bit about how to change the resistance to your dino and to your structures so they can either be weaker, stronger, doesn't matter, your choice, depending on the damage types that are being utilized, not in just vanilla, but also in modded dinos and modded weapons, modded tools, anything like that. So first we're going to go over the structure. If you open up your blueprint of whatever structure you're looking at, you search structure settings and you'll find the structure settings class. Go ahead, hit the folder with the magnifying glass, let the content browser take you to where it's located, and what you want to do is make a copy of that. Of course, you want to go ahead and take your newly copied structure settings, rename it, and go ahead and link it into your structure. All right, now once you link it, go ahead and open it up and you'll see all of this. This is where all the damage comes from when it comes to your structure. Depending on the structure, you have all different types. You have all right here for like the smithy, you have projectile, you have herbivores, raid dinos, you have the extra damage types here, and it's just a bunch of different damage types. Now every single thing, depending on what the number is here, will determine on how much damage is it going to take. So for instance, right here, damage type explosion, this is going to do 15 times more damage to your structure, like this smithy, than anything else, right? But I'm going to show you the difference, I guess you could say. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to delete all of these because if you're trying to make something custom, you really don't need it in my opinion. So I'm going to make 3 different elements. Now, because this is a structure, we really don't need any of these, right? You can ignore multiplier if wild dino is the attacker, tame dino is the attacker. There's little things you can do. But in reality, all you need is the damage type class and your damage multiplier. Normally, what I tell people when they ask me, how do I make my dinos more resistant to attacks or to specific damage types, how do I make my structures more resistant to specific damage types? If you know the damage type you want to make your structure or dino resistance to, you just got to find it, right? But if you're just looking to make your dinos or structures resistant to everything in terms of what's in the game, even modded damage types, you have to look for the parent damage type, basically the master of every single damage type out there. So you can easily find that. Now, there are a couple different ones, but in reality, you have silent damage type, shooter damage type, primal damage type, fall damage type, and damage type itself. If we want to really pay attention, and if you want to take it a different way, you could look for any damage type within the game, right? We'll go ahead and search damage type in the search bar for the content folder, and we'll look, let's find, here we go. Let's do explosion sunlight AB. Okay, we can see here that it's parented by this damage explosion type. Well, let's find that one. Now we can see here this is going based off of the shooter damage type BP base when you open it up. Now this is controlled by the shooter damage type, and by basically going that crazy, right, we can basically deduce that the shooter damage type is the overall damage type that everything is parented to and controlled by. Now you can do it in a manner of ways. You can add all those damage types that I just showed you: the damage type, fall damage type, primal damage type, shooter damage type, silent damage type. But if we want to really dig down deep, everything should be essentially based on the shooter damage type. So if we were to say, where is this at? This is the base right here. It's parented by the shooter damage type. You can see that, like we already went over. You can easily just take shooter damage type. Let's say we want this smithy to take reduced damage. We already have it linked in here. We lowered the number to 0.01. Now, to show off how much damage reduction it actually does, let's jump into the test map. All right, we're back. So let's go ahead and get a rocket launcher and some rockets. This is to ensure that essentially this is where we're coming from, right? We know the vanilla smithy will take damage from pretty much anything because it's acting as if it's stone or wood, if I'm not mistaken. So we know what to expect, that a rocket launcher should destroy it instantly, right? We've seen this happen in PvP. We've seen this happen with dinos destroying it whenever they come into near the bases. I'm going to show you the difference. So this is our vanilla smithy because we know this is, sorry, not vanilla smithy. This is our modded smithy because we put an artifact there last time for a mesh video, and this is the vanilla, right? They both have 1500 health. Now I'm going to show you the difference. Now this rocket should destroy that vanilla smithy in an instant, right? Well, look at that. Sorry for the lag. It's still going through the shaders and buffers and all this stuff. So it destroyed it in one hit. Now watch what happens when we shoot this one. It doesn't get destroyed. Hell, it barely took 13 damage. That's how much, that's the difference. Just a shooter type, it's changed the explosion damage. So now that's not mine, right? Normally a Rex should be able to one tap this structure. Up, there's a hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, but it can't. It barely did, with 3 bites, it did almost 19 damage. That's resistance. That's how you control the resistance of a structure. The same concept works for a dino, right? So if we, let's do our Karcha, right? The Karcha we made for a base. If you simply look up dino settings, now normally the dino settings, if you want to go find it, make a copy of it if you haven't already. Normally the dino settings is legitimately a place where you would put, what is the dino eating? So essentially this is what makes herbivores herbivores and carnivores carnivores. We're going to go ahead and link it here. We're going to compile, save that. Because when we open this up, you have multiple things. You have the damage adjusters, which every single dino setting will have. And then you have the food effectiveness multiplier. Of course, this is where you will add in your kibbles, or if say you want your herbivores to be carnivores, you can make all your herbivores carnivores simply by changing their dino settings out. Simple, right? So we're going to do the same thing with this Karcha. We're going to remove this and we're going to make one base damage adjuster, which is the same thing we did for the structure, which is the shooter damage type. Now we're going to increase this to 100. That means that this Karcha with its, what's his base health? I don't remember for Karchas. Let's see. Its base health is at 70k. So we know a decent level Karcha is going to have over close to a couple 100k health, almost 1,000,000 health, depending on the dino. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get our Rex. I need a force tame U. We're going to do toggle damage numbers. All right. Now we're going to spawn in our base Karcha, and I'm going to show you how much of a difference just simply increasing that number can do on a dino, because it's going to be the same type of thing when you look at a structure. So when we spawn them in, all right, are you mad at me? Come on, big dog. Oh, wow, you're slow. A vanilla Rex is doing this much damage. You see this? A vanilla Rex did 15k with no melee, no points in the melee increase. That is simply how the damage is associated and adjusted when it comes to resistances. Now, this is the same concept, okay, when you're looking at armor piercing damage. Say you have a specific, okay, a specific type of ammo, and you created your own custom damage type for it, and you want this ammo to be armor piercing. Well, you could easily make it like this to where, oh, I'm going to make my ammo specifically hurt all these dinos and affected armor piercing style. Just put the damage type that you created right here. And boom, you're good. Or not for the structure. I mean, if you make explosive rounds, there you go. You can do the same thing. If you want an all-around type of resistance to everything, shooter damage type is the way to go. If you want to be very specific when it comes to what kind of damage a dino or a structure is resistant to and not resistant to, then you would do individual damage types by just simply creating all the different elements and adding each individual damage type and adjusting the damage multiplier. Lower number means you have more resistance. Higher number means you have less resistance. And of course, 0 means you don't take damage from that specific thing. You're not getting hurt at all. I don't know about these little ignore only use type of things, primarily because I've never tinkered with that. Normally I just go for the base, whatever damage type I'm trying to resist, and I basically adjust it, right? I hope this little tidbit of information helps you customize your structures and your dinos a little bit more and give you an understanding of how dinos and structures resist different things when you're playing the game. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. If you are a fellow modder for Ark Survival Ascended, hell, even Ark Survival Evolved, come join the community. Let me know in the general chat that you are a dev, and I will not only verify it if you have anything out there published, but I will give you a role specifically within the community that allows you to talk to me and other mod developers in the community. If you need help, if you have questions, if you have ideas you want to bounce off of people, if you just want to show off your work, we have that those areas within the community for you. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and y'all take it easy. Peace out, everybody.